I swear guys, if we all had like 20 IQ less, we would literally be twice as jacked right now. I remember a few months ago I was stood at my local gym looking in the mirror and thinking to myself, damn, if I want to be successful on YouTube, if I want my channel to grow, I really need to be credible, I really need to have good physique. And I was already pretty satisfied with my physique, you know, but I could see that my biceps and my chest needed some extra work. I never really isolated these areas, I never really like worked them directly, so it was just a natural thing that they needed some work. The first thing I did, I started looking for exercises, the best exercises for these body parts on YouTube. I looked at all of these videos of Jeff Nippard, these tier lists, the best exercise selection, you know what kind of videos I'm talking about. Then I just gathered all the best exercises, all the S tier exercises. I wrote them down in my training journal and I went to the gym to try them out. And I'm not gonna lie, some of them were really good, some of them I really liked them. For example, chest press machine, I really like that one, I really enjoy that one to this day. But other exercises, for example, chest flies with dumbbells, it was a horrible exercise for me. For some reason, my chest was not a limiting factor in that exercise. I really could feel my delts and my biceps burning instead of my chest. The same with some biceps exercises. For example, people say there is that amazing biceps exercise where you lie on an incline bench and you just do dumbbell curls. And this is supposed to have like an amazing strength curve that will give you amazing gains. But I hated that exercise. For some reason it was like very uncomfortable for me. I could really feel my forearms burning for some reason instead of my biceps. So I thought to myself, you know, fuck it. Let's just try out many different exercises and let's just choose the exercises that will be the most enjoyable for me and that I will just like the most. And so I did. I tested like maybe 10 exercises for both biceps and the chest, and I just chose the exercises that I most liked. For example, a straight barbell bicep curls, I really fell in love with that one. I also chose unilateral preacher curl for my bicep, also hammer curls with dumbbells. You know, I chose a couple of these exercises that I just really felt my muscles working during a set and I could feel a good pump after a set, and they were just really enjoyable for me. So naturally I just chose these exercises, and literally after like 2 weeks I remember being stood there in the mirror looking at my biceps and my chest on the pump, and I was like, I couldn't believe how much they have grown in just 2 weeks. Because I have never isolated my muscles before, so it was like a natural thing that they would grow so much from that, because it was a completely new stimulus. The reason I told you this story is because so many people nowadays really overcomplicate training. They think you gotta have the best exercises, you gotta have the best possible strength training program, you gotta have the most optimal nutrition, the most optimized, I don't know, training gear. But it's not really true. The only things you need to grow muscle in terms of training are intensity, going to failure on every single set. Second thing, increasing the volume, the total volume every single week. And the third thing, increasing the weight every so often. Because you can't just keep increasing the amount of reps indefinitely. You gotta someday increase the weight and drop the number of reps and just keep progressing again. And these are literally the three things you need in terms of training. And obviously consistency, but I'm not even talking about that because it's so obvious. And in terms of diet, you just gotta be on a caloric surplus and have 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. It's as simple as that. This is all you need to grow muscle. Imagine, I don't know, Forrest Gump, maybe you have watched that movie. The guy was like slightly retarded, but because of that, he was just successful in everything. Imagine you tried to explain Forrest Gump how to build muscle. You would literally tell him these 3 things and explain him the basics of nutrition, and he would literally become like a bodybuilder level jacked guy in a few years. You don't have to overcomplicate training, you really don't. Look at Eric Bugenhagen. I mean, he's definitely not a dumb guy.
Yeah! 7:15! Like it was nothing!
But he just gives an impression of someone that is like slightly retarded, because he wants to show people that They don't need to overcomplicate training. People just need to go to failure on every single set. You just need to work hard and be consistent with it. And then progressively overload over time. This is it. You don't need to overcomplicate shit for your muscles to grow. You could make an argument that overcomplicating shit and really optimizing every single variable will make your growth better and more optimized. And that's generally true, but there is a danger in that. There is a danger because by doing that, you might not focus enough on these basics that really let you grow. So please, focus on the basics, train intensely, train consistently, progressively overload your volume every single week. I just want to see you work with higher and higher volumes, heavier and heavier weights, going intense all the time. If you do that, you will grow, and if you see yourself growing, that is when you can, for fun, just experiment with optimizing strength curve, maybe optimizing your nutrition more, looking for a better strength training program, and hopefully these things will make your progress a little bit quicker. But again, if you are not satisfied with the speed of your progress right now, there is really no reason for you to overcomplicate this stuff, overthink all these different optimizing variables. So this is it for this video. Just pick exercises that are fun for you, pick exercises that you really feel they work your muscles, the target muscles, and just go intense with it, be consistent and progressively overload volume and weight over time. This is it. See you in the next one. Peace out.